What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 4 of the CBR Show. With me, as always, is Bill. Bill, what's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. Happy to be here again. It's October.
Yes,
Got
and
it.
you know what that means? Playoff baseball.
What
Now,
baseball?
playoff baseball?
Oh, the best kind of baseball, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's something playoffs. It's not something that happens here. It doesn't happen here often in Baltimore. We had a chance. The Orioles had a chance to see the flag. For those that are watching the YouTube show, the Orioles had a chance, but we fell a little short. Just couldn't win those big games that we needed, and we got bounced from playoff contention. We've always were just scrapping our way, just trying to get in there, and we got so close. But I'm proud of the Orioles. They did really well for a team that did so bad last year. The turnaround was very impressive. Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman. We've got a few guys waiting in the minor leagues getting ready to come up. But I want to congratulate you, Bill. That's what I want to get to. Congratulations. The Philadelphia Phillies have made Major League Baseball playoffs. A little baseball.
Stopping the second longest streak, right, of the team not making the playoffs, which I was surprised that didn't belong to the Orioles. How long has it been for the Orioles?
I think in 2013, 14.
Adam Jones.
Yeah, we had when Chris Davis got suspended for taking Adderall, we had Matt Wieters, Delman Young. That was coming up on my social media profile memories. The Delman Young hit that brought in the winning run against the Detroit Tigers. Yes, good memories, but it's been a long time here in Baltimore.
Yeah,
but not as long as it's been for you boys up in Philadelphia.
We won that World Series, and it was almost like, okay, stop winning. It was like 2 years later or whatever, where we couldn't squeeze it out a win, man. It's been just boring.
At least you can say you remember winning a World Series. I mean, the Orioles were 3, or I was 3. The Orioles were a lot older than 3, but I was 3 when the Orioles won the last World Series. Cal Ripken was a rookie.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot longer. I'm sorry, Baltimore.
No, dude. I'm going to make a bold prediction. Ready? We can make this a snippet. Murph's bold prediction. Orioles make the playoffs next year, and we might even have a shot at the World Series.
Okay. Let me stop you. No, all right. Hey, they might make the playoffs. Second part, don't know about. But I can, people don't know this. I went to school in Baltimore. That's where I met you, outside Baltimore. So I have a special place in my heart for the Orioles, Camden Yards, all that stuff.
Yeah. But let's talk about Phillies baseball. That's something that you and I don't really talk about much. I mean, who is your favorite Philly? And do you think the Phillies have what it takes to make it all the way to the big game, the final game, the World Series, like 7 games, I guess it could be.
Who's my favorite Philly right now?
Yeah, favorite Philly right now. Go.
Man. I would have to say.
Do you even know Philly players?
What's that? Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. I'm trying not to say Harper.
Do you watch the baseball?
I like Bohm. He's a good player. Sty is a young guy that can play a little bit. We got some people. Yeah, man, I watch a little bit of baseball. I listen to some sports talk out here. This is what we do out here is listen to sports talk. Yes, I do think they could. It would be like a weird year where it's just kind of catching fire type of year. But I think they have the bats are there and the pitching's not terrible. We got Thor now, who I hear is not doing great, but just keep adding people. And we are better now than we were at the beginning of the year. Let's see what happens. We got rid of who do we have? Girardi? Is that who that was? Oh,
yeah. I never liked that guy. He was a dick when he was the Yankees manager. I'm glad to see that you guys got rid of him. I think the key for you is, like you said, catching fire, lightning in a bottle. If Harper gets hot, which I have a feeling he will be, I love Bryce Harper. I know that he's not very well liked by many people, but I love Bryce Harper. And I think that if he gets hot, that he will carry the Phillies. I mean, he practically threw the Phillies on his back last year and marched them almost into the playoffs.
Yeah, I like Harper. I was just, it seemed like it would seem a little amateur if I said Harper, I wanted to have another favorite player.
You got to say Harper, and then you got to say that like player that not everybody really knows or likes, right?
Yeah, there you
like
go.
I used to love Luke Scott for the Orioles. He wasn't the most popular Oriole, but like,
Who was that?
Luke Scott.
Okay, Luke Scott.
Yeah, Luke Scott was a big Luke Scott fan. We didn't have much to cheer for back then in the bad days, and then of Orioles.
Yeah, but this town's pumped, man. It's exciting. We want whatever Pujols has. We want to get some of that, and then we're going to take this all the way.
Yeah, I believe it's called steroids.
More home runs. He had more home runs.
Yes, he finished the season 702.
Murph's opinion.
This
is called Murph's opinion.
Yeah, this Murph's unpopular opinion, and I made that into a thing. I put it on YouTube. Some people have viewed it. I think I just put it up on Instagram today. We'll see. I didn't get any hate, but I think it's because I don't really say that I'm like mad at Pujols or mad at baseball. But it seems like the old guy was given a little extra hitch in his giddy up. He hit a home run in his last regular season at bat. 702.
Just hit another one, yeah. You're asking the important questions, Murph. That's somebody has to do that, right? That's what we do here.
I mean, look, nobody's going to ask it. I'm going to be out there doing this investigative journalism and getting to the bottom of it. Albert Pujols, he hit a home run in his second ever at bat when he was a rookie. Second at bat, he hit a home run, and then his final regular season at bat, they probably threw a beach ball to him, and he just launched it over the bat. I mean, if you're pitching to Albert Pujols, the game doesn't matter, and I don't know that it did or didn't. Most of the playoff spots had already been decided. Do you just throw him one and say, "Here you go, buddy. I'm going to give you one."
Yeah, here you go, Albert. You're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and then you could say you're the guy that threw him his last home run. But I mean, I think if I'm a pitcher, I take pride in my work, and I don't. Absolutely. I'm going to be striking him out his last at bat. Because you're never gonna be able to face Albert Pujols again. All right, I've wasted enough of everyone's time with my stories. Go ahead, Bill. What do you got for us?
Well, I was thinking about that video you posted last night of the fan running on the field, and I was actually at a Phillies game where something similar happened. Actually, probably one of the most famous examples of a fan on the field, the Taser game. I don't know if it was. I was a dollar dog night. You ever hear about this? The kids running on the field, evading security, and then they decide to just tase him, and he just kind of takes a dive on the ground. I was sitting there probably eating my fourth hot dog. You ever been to any games where something notable happened like that?
No.
Or like a no-hitter? I was at a no-hitter as well. Terry,
I always wanted to go. I always wanted to go to a no-hitter. Never been to one. I've been to like a two-hitter. That's great. Nobody gives a shit about it.
But nobody's gonna have a damn ticket stub anymore. They're gonna be like, look at this on my phone, kid. It's my QR code from the no-hitter.
Speaking of that, like my buddy went to the Orioles Cubs game, I think it was, and if you went to the game, you could get an NFT from the game for Adley Rutschman.
Oh, okay.
So you got a virtual memorabilia.
So there's only that many.
Yeah, there's only so many.
Until they take a screenshot of it, and then I have it.
No, Bill. No, that's not how it works.
I
don't know if you follow the NFTs, the non-fungible tokens, but they are more than just a picture. Anybody can do a screenshot.
Yeah.
Just think about it. It's like baseball cards on speed, man. I'm all about it. I'm all about these NFTs. It's like digital collectibles.
I'm not about paying $65 million for one like they did, though.
I think that that's the boomer bust. FOMO, fear of missing out on that you're going to make millions off of this crap.
I don't want people to think I'm NFT adverse. I like NFTs. They're good people.
Are you anti-NFT?
Not down with NFTs. I want to touch them. I need to read a book. No,
you can't touch them. You can only see them.
What's that?
Only exist, you can only see them. They only exist in your phone.
Yeah.
Much like your girlfriend.
Again with this, all right?
I'm not letting it go until you guys break up. If we can get somebody, if you can just say #FreeBill, #Bill's catching a catfish, I'll start the movement now.
And you know what? She's always nice about you, and I don't say anything, but next time I'm going to say, Murph thinks you're fake.
I want a picture of her holding a newspaper.
Doing some signs.
Doing a hand sign.
Yeah.
with the words "I love Murph" written across it. And if you can produce that next week, then I will offer her a sincere, heartfelt apology.
Well, she had a slip and fall. She said her whole face is bandages right now. So, yeah, but
All
I
right.
believe her.
Fair enough. Fair
Um,
enough. Question for you: did that Bobby Wagner tackle on the fan count on fantasy points? Because that might have gotten me the win if I would have had that extra tackle.
right?
Yeah, was it a gender reveal?
What's that?
Was it a gender reveal? That's what it looked like.
Oh, was it?
The guy was like spraying pink foam or pink fog everywhere.
It's a girl. He's running like this. Oh shit! It's
Yeah,
a girl.
that went downhill real quickly for him. It just
Dude, somebody spread somebody's ashes on the Eagles stadium on the field. I mean, they ran out during a game and it looked like at the time there was kind of like an anthrax thing going on where people were afraid of anthrax. They're like, this person, I'm pretty sure that's true.
Man,
you got to put that on the field.
Well, I mean,
let's see. Oh, speaking of sports, so we got a magic thing going on where baseball's in the postseason. NFL's in full swing. We're going to come to that, but nobody's dead quite yet, except for a few teams. God, I saw who's Owen. The Texans.
Texans.
We got NCAA football. We also have the NBA starting up.
It is the best time of year,
right?
Yeah.
When you think about combined sports, like, of course, the March Madness, maybe that's a good best single event, but right now it's the greatest time to be alive as a sports fan. For sure. And we're getting a pro pickleball league. So
that's exciting.
Have you played pickleball? I got 2 rackets and I haven't played.
So there is a tennis court near my house that I walk past all the time with my dog, and there is constant pickleballing going on. Is that how you say it? Pickleballing?
Yeah.
I want to play. I saw the guy that runs the dog walking business that walks my dog when I'm at work. And he had pickleball paraphernalia, and I asked him about playing, and he said he would call me the next time they played. And guess what?
No call.
No phone call.
Isn't that the way of it?
I'm just, right now I'm thinking that he forgot, but he doesn't forget to ask me when I need him to walk my dog.
When he needs something. I saw it actually being played, and I decided that there was like almost no movement involved, and it wasn't as urgent for me to try this. Like, you're not going to get in shape playing pickleball.
I will say, if I play, I will probably be the youngest person on the court by like 10 to 15 years.
Rated rookie here.
Yeah, they're going to be getting their geriatric creams out, rubbing down their knees before they get out there.
Yeah, see, it's great for like old people. I need to keep in shape.
Medical alert bracelets.
Yeah, it's great if like your hip is a little wonky. You know what I mean? It seems.
Oh man. Let's see. Bo the dog this week, 9 out of 16. He got over half right. How'd you do? How'd you fare?
I believe I had 8 or 9 or. Some say 7, but I don't have them all. For some reason, it wouldn't show me all, but definitely I counted 1, 2, 3. Oh no, these aren't right. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7's gonna be it. Yeah, 7. Ooh.
I tied Bo, and we did make different picks. And my son watched me do the picks with Bo, where I put the treat in my hand, and he said, "Dad, he's just gonna pick the same hand every time." But the next time he picked a different hand. So he clearly understands what he's doing.
Same treats in each hand. You're not loading the treats?
No. It's very, very structured.
Can we get some film of this for everybody to see that it's
I will get some film for the next show.
Because people are already thinking it's rigged. And
there's a whole Reddit. There's a whole Reddit thread about it. But yeah. And then with that, I think last week I had a rant. We hadn't put it up yet. The goal was to put it up as another unpopular opinion by Murph. And that was that Geno Smith sucks. And he went off for 325, 2 touchdowns. I'm sure he ran for I don't know. Anyways, in my fantasy league, he got like 40 to 50 points, which is really high. And I'm sticking to my guns.
Can't he just be good, Murph? Why does he have to? Why can't we have nice things?
I liked him at West Virginia. I'm not saying I don't like him as a person, I'm just saying he's leading everybody into a false sense of security. I think they got the Saints next week, so he'll probably produce average points, but he is going to fail. He's going to fail you when you need him most, and that's when you're going against maybe a Green Bay, Tampa Bay, anybody with a halfway decent pass defense. They're going to shut him down.
I put him in my DraftKings lineup. I was like, you know what? Murph doesn't know what he's talking about. And it was a great decision. I mean,
Apparently, I do not know what I'm talking about.
Good value. Good value.
Anyways, sorry, Gino. But I'm not giving up on this every week. I'm just going to keep until I'm right.
Gino watch. Did you see, I saw during the games the Andy Reid State Farm commercial? I thought that was pretty funny.
I didn't see that one.
Oh man, you're gonna have to check it out. He has there was no volume on, and I was just watching, and then I Googled it, I YouTubed it later. He has the best facial expressions in this commercial. Like that's really my favorite part about it. You gotta check that out. It's with Mahomes. They're on the plane, and he's drawing on players' faces, and he's funny.
All right, I'll check it out.
R.I.P. Loretta Lynn, the coal miner's daughter.
Oh, dude, you beat me to it. It's on my list of things to say.
Shit.
She's gone.
Go. I'm not really that familiar. What did she sing?
Coal miner's daughter.
Coal miner, that's a song? I'm not a real country guy, but I respect country. I'm just not a real country guy.
I think she had one most recent hit, if you want to call it like a, maybe like a B level hit, was with Jack White. I think it was called In Oregon, something about yeah, Portland. I don't know. It was something along the lines of that. Maybe I'll put it at the end of the podcast.
Did you hear about the scandal that rocked the fishing world?
Oh, that's what you know what, dude? we were talking about like what we're going to talk about when we discuss our show briefly, but not fully.
But we can't say too much because we're not good at this yet.
The guys at work were like, one of the guys is really into fishing, and he was going on about it. He said that like they had to protect the guys, I guess, because people wanted to kick their ass right away.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't read that.
And so go ahead, you tell the story, and then I'll jump in with the additional facts that may or may not be true that I heard at the.
Well, all I wrote was weights in a walleye. They put weights inside the fish. Now I had heard of a different way of cheating, which is before the tournament, you get some fish and you put them in a bag and you weight the bag down, and then you go get that. I read an article about this, but apparently these guys went with the less like the Karate Kid approach. They're trying to fix the fish, the scale. Sorry, go ahead. I mean, this doesn't seem too smart. This walleye weighs 18 pounds. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, so I heard that they took one of them that they cut open, one of the walleyes also had a small fish shoved down inside of it as well. I mean, these guys were ruthless.
Putting anything.
And apparently, allegedly, I don't follow, Bill, it's something I've been meaning to do is follow that fishing racket a little bit tighter, but apparently these guys won like fishing team of the year, if it's such a thing.
Yeah, and I
doubt big money. It's big money. It's like a couple $100,000 I think these guys won, and now I mean that's fraud, brother.
But this is what you get,
bro.
This is what you get.
What are you in for? What are you in for? I put a bunch of weights in a walleye in a tournament. Oh, I murdered someone.
I'm waiting for the Untold, Netflix Untold, the walleye weights.
What's it called? The one about sports? Bad sports or something like that?
Untold? I don't know. I was watching the
Untold. Yeah, you're right. Untold.
Yeah. But there's probably maybe one in that called. They're all different names.
Yeah, I feel like we should have a spoof video about the weighing down the fish.
Anyways,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not an angler. Isn't that what they're called? Anglers.
Yeah.
Anglers they're hurt right now. We crashed a spaceship into an asteroid. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
Asteroid moonlet.
Yeah, I heard next they're trying to fire a rocket up Uranus.
Oh!
Thank you. I couldn't.
If you Google this asteroid, people, asteroid Dimorpho, Google has a little animation where a little asteroid crashes into your Google. I just did it. And then Google do a barrel roll. Star Fox. Remember Star Fox?
Yeah.
Wing Jam it. Well, that's another one. I was such a nerd back then.
I
played that way too long. It was egg shaped, and it's going to take 2 months to find out if they moved it. There you go. But in a great Infinite of Space, they hit something, probably a little bigger than me into something that's big, but in the scheme of things, not big at all. You know what I mean? It's incredible. That's all.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless about that one. I mean, don't we have better things to do with our time? Like, was it going to hit us?
They're testing to see if they can move an asteroid.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
by
it makes
doing
me
it.
nervous when they start testing for things. That means they know something we don't know.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, this was just. Oh, you're so right about that. Oh,
Well,
no.
hey, another unpopular opinion by Murph. When
There's
they
an
start
asteroid
testing,
coming.
they start look at the facts, bro. They're testing to see if they can do it.
Yeah.
And Bruce Willis came down with a disorder where he can't talk properly and he's no longer acting. You know what he is doing? He's training, Bill. He's training in a secret government lab because they know that he's the only guy man enough for the job.
Also, they made Ben go marry J-Lo. They said J-Lo will marry you if you shut up about this, Ben Affleck. And he was like, fine.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they killed the guy from the Green Mile a long time ago.
He's not dead, dude.
Yes,
He's not dead. He's training.
The kid from the Green Mile. Michael Clark Duncan's alive.
He's alive. You heard it here first. Was Owen Wilson in that movie?
I'm big time, boss. Get
back
on there, Michael.
Was Owen Wilson?
Yeah, he was in it, right? Yeah. Stevie
Wow. Wow.
Great movie.
Yeah.
The guy from Herman's Head was in this movie from old commercials. He's just like this heavy guy with this very distinguishable voice back then. I'm pretty sure he's in it. Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a classic, dude.
I fell in love with Alicia Silverstone over those videos, man.
I think we fade out to that song today.
Don't want to close or Crazy.
Man. Aerosmith, that was shit. All right. Anyways, next.
You a Game of Thrones guy?
I watched the first one. I'm not watching the new one.
The final season. You remember the dark episode where it was the big fight? I forget what the episode was called. I meant to look it up, and it was like the second episode, maybe, I forget, but it was very dark. You couldn't tell what was going on. That director doesn't learn from his mistakes. They just had another instance of this, episode 7, I think it was, from House of the Dragon. Bunch of scenes were too dark. I mean, why is this a problem? Why do we have coffee cups? Why are the things too dark? Game of Thrones. Come on.
Somebody needs to be fired.
Because they have to go to all these locations. They're so tired by the end. They're like, screw it, whatever it is. Put it on TV.
There isn't many series that are good that I'm watching right now, but I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised. The Lord of the Rings thing on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, I just do. It's good.
I'm hoping it's successful. Is that kind of
like predictable? I think it's like the prequel to everything.
Is this a book written by Tolkien?
I didn't do much research on it. I just said, it's wrapped on every package I get delivered. So I was tricked into watching it. Much like when we make it big, every Amazon package is going to have our ugly mugs on it. And then people will be like, oh, I got to watch them. They're on my toothpaste.
Well, I want to have my own series. Let's say these aren't based on the writings of Tolkien. I think we should option our own. I think the Bible's right for it right there. Get the Bible, do a sequel. Right?
A sequel to the Bible? How about a prequel to the Bible?
Movies. Yeah. What?
A prequel to the Bible.
Bible prequel. Bible sequel.
Yeah. Before Joseph was Joseph. Maybe he
was Joseph movie? Absolutely.
Maybe Joseph was in a gang,
We'll take liberties, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You like this? The Bible. It's right. It's right there. They're doing Lord of the Rings. They're doing all the old stories.
Look, they do Marvel and all these, DC, Marvel, all that, because they already have a fan base. And with the Bible, you've already got a pretty good base already established. Yeah. And they're kind of like really into their Bible stuff, so they might show up. Yeah, and then they're going to be blown away when it's like superheroes and dragons and stuff. We just go crazy.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have Jesus do the bread thing again, water and wine or whatever.
What if someone has a magic belt that they wear? and it's called the Bible Belt.
Dude, we own this. Absolutely. We could do the Bible Belt. Yes. What happens when he puts it on?
Oh, magic powers. All right. Let's talk about real life. The Kardashians. They're up to no good, Bill.
What'd they do?
Well, you know what I think? If this was a movie, they would be the super evil villains that come across as like the nice people at first. But then
Yeah,
at
what
the end
is
of the
this
movie-
story?
Dude, apparently Kim Kardashian. This is going to cancel us right here, just talking bad about the Kardashians. But she promoted a cryptocurrency called Ethereum Max, and now she's being hit with a 1-point-something million fine, which she's going to pay because she didn't tell people as an advertisement.
Damn.
I'm just gonna. I did this the other day on Instagram, and I think it's something that we need to roll with. It's called public service announcements, right?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna do one right now, so this can be the second installment we can put on social media platforms.
Sure.
Public service announcement:
Mhm.
don't take investing advice from somebody on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's it. Done.
I mean, how can you? I don't know how you can sue her over that. You know, I feel about Kim. I think she's headed towards sainthood, and this is going to put her back.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's got.
Yeah, you're talking about Kim is a saint because she frees people from prison, but now she might be freeing herself because she's going to go to jail for security frauds. Maybe.
She was married to Kanye. That's worthy. Meaning that had to be tough.
Easy.
She's getting people out of jail.
In the Bible, the movie or Bible 2 is Kanye West play Jesus.
Yes, absolutely. I think
he would be Jesus Christ, not Jesus Christ.
I'm thinking we kill Jesus again, but then of course it's another resurrection, right? Second resurrection, bigger resurrection.
Bigger party.
Hell yeah. And bigger everything. Explosions.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Russell Crowe's Moses.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. We might be able to do better. But that's pretty good choice.
Think about it.
All right. Jesus is Kanye West.
Better than the Hellraiser reboot. We got a girl Pinhead now, evidently.
Dude, what is up with the Quantum Leap reboot?
Yeah,
Seriously?
Bakula said no.
Seriously?
That would have been a good one to come back. I think it ended kind of up in the air. I'm not sure. Maybe it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that top 5 worst endings of shows. Go.
Oh, geez. What? Game of Thrones, I hated.
Yeah,
Bran should not have been king. Okay.
Who? Did you watch Lost?
No, but Abrams, that's what he does, right? He just sets stuff up and he's like, we don't have to worry about ever paying it off, and then you do.
To this day, I still don't know how I feel about that ending.
I almost got involved with Lost. You know, I heard so much talk about it, but I just never did. And by, season whatever, 4, 3, people are trashing it, right? Because it's like nothing's paying off.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead, I don't know even how it ends, but I can tell you, however it ends, it's going to be one of the worst ends. I can't stand that show anymore.
I was just talking about that yesterday. Walking Dead, loved to watch it. Then at one point I came to the realization that The Walking Dead episode 1 is going to be the same as the final episode. Like it's literally the same episode every time.
Dude.
Character has objectives, zombies are in the way, somebody dies, somebody lives, somebody almost dies.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger, episode ends.
That's one of the first shows I ever realized, and maybe the only show I ever realized they were just wasting my time all season. Just like, let's make a prison sickness in the prison so we're there the whole season. Let's be here the whole season and have nothing happen until the end. And let's be so dramatic. Like, look, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I guarantee you we would laugh at least once a day. They never laugh. They're so serious. I can't stand that show anymore. When I thought it was going, the smart guy, when Eugene was like, there's a cure. We're going to wherever you're going.
I didn't even make it that far.
The CDC. And then it would turn out he made that up, and then they never went anywhere again except for just like parking and sitting there for anyway.
Is that show still on, or is it?
Yeah, last season. And then there's going to be like a spin-off. What's his name? Spin-off with Daryl. It was cool. I did like that show for about three seasons.
That's about as far as I lasted. I lasted just after the jail. But the best part were those little memes where he was talking to Carl.
Carl. True Detective.
Carl had Wookiee meat. It was chewy, Carl.
Rick is always sweating. He's always just flustered.
It was chewy, Carl.
Oh, and I got to see this.
Carl. Anyways, yeah.
Um,
So the Kardashians, though, 1 million. We're making the Bible too, and nobody watches Walking Dead anymore.
You didn't say a show with a bad ending.
Oh, I didn't.
Well, you don't have
I
to.
agree with you with Game of Thrones. You know, like I really liked watching Ray Donovan, and even though that was kind of like one that almost seemed to follow the same script every season.
It's tough, man. It's tough to end a show.
Yeah, but I think it just ended. And then someone told me the other day that they made a movie to like wrap it all up, and I didn't even know to watch that. So
I didn't know. Sopranos had that famous ending.
Never watched that final season.
Although I watched a little theory. It's about that members only jacket. It's called members only, and they lay it out. I'm pretty convinced that there was a guy there to shoot him. You gotta check it out.
Well, anyways.
Oh, there's one more thing I watched.
Okay.
Where's that paper? All right, I watched this. I'm watching this documentary about Rick James. Familiar with Rick James, the singer?
Yes, I am. Very.
Sang Super Freak and Mary Jane, among other things. This guy was like a musical Forrest Gump. All right, check this out. So he was drafted. He knew he was going to get drafted probably, so he signed up for the reserves, and he didn't report like the 1 weekend a month or whatever. And so then he gets called up to active duty. So he goes to Canada. And he gets in a scuffle soon after he gets there with some people in the street. Maybe some racist things were said to him or something. But some people come to his rescue, and it's Levon Helm and this guy, this other guy from the band, Garth something. I don't know the band that well, but Garth Hudson. So basically, some members of what went on to be the band save him, and then he ends up in a band with Neil Young, which is incredible. They were an R&B band signed to Motown, R&B rock infused. He was supposed to be at the Sharon Tate party, Roman Polanski Sharon Tate party that they threw, where Charles Manson showed up with his people. He was supposed to be there. His friend died there. He just didn't feel like going that night.
Wow.
He met Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali painted a picture of him on a napkin, drew a picture, and then he forgot and he jumped in the pool with it. It was just very interesting. Rick James, I didn't know any of this.
Wow. You know, I just read the David Goggins book. I think it's called You Can't Hurt Me. Very good book. I highly recommend it.
I've been seeing him on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably because I look at his stuff. I find it super entertaining. But anyways, and motivational. But yeah, I think his father, who was not a very nice person, was friends with Rick James. His dad owned like a bowling alley or something, and Rick James would come and frequent that place. So full circle, Rick James.
When I lived in LA, I saw Rick James. I think I saw Rick James twice. He used to be at the Rainbow Room, the Rainbow Bar in right on Sunset.
Man, dude, you had a lot of adventures in LA.
Yeah, and sometimes I forget that something happened. Like, well, yeah, the Muhammad Ali thing. Linda Blair, I had to call her for an audition. We were a talent agency, and she rescued dogs, and she didn't go to the audition. It was like looking for a dog rescue expert, but she talked to me for like 10 minutes on the phone, the girl from The Exorcist. I called Diamond Dallas Page one time about an audition for a yoga expert, and he just cursed, and it was great. He was so nice, but he was like, what do you think? Should I fucking? I'm like, I don't know, Diamond. I don't know, Diamond. It's your thing.
Did you call him Diamond or did you call him Dallas?
Mr. Page, I don't know.
But speaking of The Exorcist, someone in the Facebook like marketplace, right? You know that you buy and sell. They are selling a life-sized Exorcist doll. It's super creepy. I gotta find it.
Life-size.
Yeah, we can put it. It looks like Linda Blair from The Exorcist. It's like a full-size doll. Fully like detailed, like super detailed. Who has that kind of stuff?
That's not me. I'm not that guy that watches even horror movies. So
I don't think anybody is that person except for the real psychopaths out there, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, super crazy.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put it outside your window.
Yeah, no, don't do that, bro.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Anyways, well, that's all I got for today. I mean, unless you got anything else.
Well, one more thing. How can we forget to mention? You didn't mention it because you don't know. It's Dex Winchester's birthday today. The esteemed author, aka my brother Andy.
Author. Yes. Is he still doing his worldwide tour, giving speeches, motivational speeches?
Yes. He's signing at the Barnes and Noble in Wichita, Kansas.
Oh,
No,
nice.
but actually, my brother wrote a book. It's under the name Dex Winchester. It's on Amazon. So I guess since I mentioned it, A Summer in Doubt, it's called. If you have a preteen.
Yeah. Little plug there. I didn't know that this plug was happening. It got how many 5 stars out of?
I mentioned the book, so I don't know.
5 stars by Shinigami, world-renowned MMA fighter.
Street fighter / book expert. Shinigami.
Slash GoFundMe. Expert.
Oh man. On that note,
boy. Yeah.
everybody.
On that note, all right, buddy. I'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching.
Tune in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow.